everyone, welcome back to Shit Marissa Says, and on this episode we have a what I eat in a day as a fat person who is not on a diet. So I started my day with a chocolate muffin, some coffee, and some water that I did not film. Then I had my famous toast with some chicken breasts, some peppers, and some cheese, and of course my runny eggs. While I was doing some art, I caved and started watching The 100 again. So many feels. Then for dinner, I made my mom some fish and some Brussels sprouts and some chard. I also had some grapes. Thanks!
Shout out to my fellow radicals in the United States who believe crazy things.
I'm flirting in front of her nigga. She like, Fago, you getting bigger. I remember when you was a little nigga. Got shots like that boy Tigger. No, you don't be putting no trigger. Don't wanna have to pick up on nobody. My part, nobody. This is my part, nobody.
So one thing the UN and the World Bank are really good at is lying and hating poor people. Like, that is their only job. The World Bank and the UN are the ones we look to when we want to measure how many people live in poverty, which is probably the worst place we could look. Because right now, the international poverty line is $1.90. What does this number mean, though? This is the international equivalent of things you can buy in the US. So the thought is, if you make more than $1.90 per day, you are not living in poverty. Which is a little awkward when you consider that in 2011, the US Department of Agriculture calculated that you need at least the bare minimum of $5 a day to buy sufficient food. And that doesn't include housing or anything else, just to eat. On $1.9 a day, only 689 million worldwide are in poverty. Isn't that great? And it just keeps getting lower. But if we made the international poverty line something that's actually livable, which is at least $5 to ensure you live past the age of 5, and $7.4 to hopefully reach 70 years old, you find out that 4.2 billion people are in poverty. 60%!
Who's that Pokemon?
It's Pikachu!
It's Clefairy!
How do you feel about flat Earth?
I mean, it's flat.
You're running with flat Earth theory?
Yeah, I'm running.
My uncle one time, so I'm from Maine, I'm a lobster fisherman, right? So my uncle one time, he got in his boat and he went way fucking past the 3-mile line, all the way out towards Canada. And I swear to fucking God, we never saw that motherfucker again. He went all the way past towards Canada, and I believe, personally, that he sailed off the edge of the earth.
Now, can I offer an opposing theory?
Absolutely.
The earth is shaped as a trapezoidal prison. The mountain ranges and different edges. That could have explained why he fell off.
Could explain why he fell off. Well, there's always the Marianas Trench, and you know that it splits the earth in half, right? And so if you fall off the edge of the earth, you just go straight in.
Yep, all right. I feel like you can sign up.
Thank you very much.
That's a great costume. What are you, one of Freddy Krueger's victims?
I'm a victim of the liberal agenda. I'm a murdered fetus. Did you know that Democrats murder thousands of babies every year? And sometimes babies are put back into the womb just so that they can be aborted again?
Have you ever had any sex that was voluntary?
No, I have not.
Yeah, have a good evening. Come on, buddy, let's go. Yep, with a capital C.
That's crazy, because conservatives really be talking like that in real life.
What a lame gimmick.
Bro, the Lorax is so insane. Like, they literally have to pay for air. Dude, I know, it's crazy. Like, that's a basic human necessity that's been privatized. Right? Alright, well, I gotta go pay my water.
The left hates anything normal. Miley Cyrus, abortion, They glorify WAP, WAPs, hitting the ground. They glorify killing babies. Let me promote this guy who goes to church on Sunday. That's a masculine man, by the way. And people like Cardi B who are telling you it's to put your vaginas on the floor. Masculinity is sexy. Swing an axe, take care of your family.
The boob in the second boob area, that is from sucking in your stomach.
When I was a child, my mother made me hold in my stomach all the time for pictures, even just like walking around, like, because I was a fat kid. And oh my God, this is.
You know, he had wine in his system at the time, right? What, you think the cross is what killed him? No, he died of an overdose. His friend Peter had a sword on him. You know that, right?
Back the red.
He should have complied with the Praetorian Guards and everything would have been fine. If you ask me, that hippie freak got what he deserved.
These rich niggas throwing paper. Now it's time for circulate. It's time for circulate. It's time for circulate. I'ma shake my money, baby. I'ma shake my money, baby.
Aw, your son's a Christian? And you said he was 4? Oh, that's so precious. That's so precious. Has he also established his preferred economic theory? You know, laissez-faire, Keynesian, Marxist, perhaps? No, he's too young to form those ideologies. No, I get it. It makes sense. I was just asking.
What will happen if I do not take my hat off?
If you refuse, you're going to be arrested and taken to jail.
If I don't take my hat off?
You're going to be fingerprinted and processed. Actually, you're not going to be taken. You're not going to be taken to jail. You're going to be fingerprinted and released.
But I'll be arrested though.
Yes.
For wearing a hat that says "Make America Great Again."
That's
Weather is never better. It is too damn hot, getting fed up.
You know, there's a Yiddish word, chutzpah, and Joe Biden is embodying chutzpah. It takes some degree of
Alright, so we've already established that conservatives are boob people, liberals are ass people, and I've seen people say it in the comment section, but I've never seen somebody say it in a video, so I'm just gonna make everybody aware that leftists are thigh people. If you ask your man what his favorite part of the female body is, and he says thighs, I guarantee you that he is a socialist. I guarantee.
Last night of summer camp and we had our award ceremony tonight, and I got misgendered when they presented my award. And I know they didn't do it on purpose, but that doesn't make it hurt any less. I ended up going in the bathroom and crying. And everyone's like, oh, she didn't do it on purpose, she didn't do it on purpose, but that means that I've been here for 2 months and still their subconscious still thinks of me as a girl, and that's really hard.
So every big girl knows that when you're online dating, like, sometimes it's really scary if you think they don't know that you're fat, because like a lot of people have a negative reaction to that. But I'm about to go on a date with a pig farmer, so I just figured it was fine.
Part 2, the burn book, but it's just about Senator Ted Cruz and it's just from his college roommate. I would rather have anyone else be the president of the United States. Anyone. I would rather pick someone from the phone book. As a freshman, I would get into senior parties because I was Ted's roommate out of pity. Ted Cruz thinks people don't have a right to self-stimulate. I was his college roommate. This would be a new belief of his. Ted Cruz is a nightmare of a human being. I have plenty of problems with his politics, but truthfully, his personality is so awful that 99% of why I hate him is just his personality. If he agreed with me on every issue, I would hate him only 1% less.
Rocket if it's war, we ain't playing games, bitch, we get it started. I'm the man, clip it, keep 100, nigga, I'm a gunner. When it's beef, we ain't playing games, we hit.
I for one will never understand people who are like, I don't understand how anybody could date a trans woman and then call themselves straight, because that just means their partner used to be a man and that's gay. Connor, isn't your girlfriend an ex-child by that logic? Okay, come through, Jeffrey Epstein.
POV, you let our new Secretary of Transport T. Buttigieg drive you home and he decides to listen to folklore.
Yeah, you want to know why Youngkin won Virginia? Because he used the tried and true Republican strategy of fear-mongering and scare tactics. Want to know the big scary monster this time? CRT. Something that's not part of any K-12 curriculum, but his supporters don't know that. He preyed on his supporters' ignorance, bigotry, and fear, and won by his promise to ban CRT. That's what GOP politics have come down to. That's pretty fucking sad.
Oh, hey there. Now that I have your attention, I could tell you about all of the beautiful transgender women who'd be more than happy to oblige for you.
So another really interesting question I've received is, given that you're gay and non-binary, do you still only show your hair to women? And I think this is really interesting because the original intention of hijab was to prevent men developing feelings of attraction to a woman. So as a gay person and not a woman, it doesn't really apply to me in that sense. So to answer that question, as a trans ally and non-binary person, I make a really conscious effort not to assume anyone's gender based on their appearance. And the way I apply that to my hijab is that I show my hair and my body to the people I feel comfortable showing it to, regardless of their gender. And that's because not every person that looks like a male is actually a male, not every female presenting person is actually female. And so that's just my way of staying conscious of people's gender identities and not excluding people by accident.